I'm going to talk about birth, marriage, and death records. To start off, the birth, marriage, and death records could more accurately be described as baptism, marriage, and burial records. Um, since we're more familiar with the idea of birth, marriage, and death, and since those records contain that information, we're going to refer to them as birth, marriage, and death records. So first off, we'll start out talking about birth records. And first off, how do you know when to go look for a birth record? So the easiest way to do it is, the best way to do it is to find the individual when they first appear in the household examination records. So for example, we have this family right here, and their last child was born in 1847, and then this family, we find them right here. They have the child born in 47. They also have a child born in 1850. This is a new child to the family. And so it is between these two records that you will most easily be able to find the birth records. Because although other records will state where an individual is born, for example, this person's mom, it says where they were born and it gives the date. Sometimes that is a related parish, or sometimes it might be in a different county. And so the best genealogical way to do it is to research until you find the two records where they don't appear and then where they do appear. And then you can look at those two parishes and their birth record should be there. So this one, this is the parish right here. It's the same one as right here, and so you stand a very good chance that the individual was born in that parish, and so that's definitely the first place to go and look. When you're looking for birth records, and this also applies to marriage and death records, there are a variety of ways to be aware of how the books will be organized. Now, the good thing about the Swedish National Archives website is that they have this wonderful thing right here where you can click and see and navigate to the places. For example, here's 3 different parishes, and here's the deaths and the births and the marriages. And so if using this website, and if this website has it, most of the time this won't be an issue, but when navigating with other websites, this can be an issue to find the correct individual. So try to go over it briefly. There's your standard, just like I said here, there's just a birth in a single book. And there's books for that parish, for the marriages, a different book for the deaths. Another way is to have several parishes in one book. And when you have a whole bunch of different types of information, be it different parishes, different event type, birth, marriage, death, different years, there's going to be a priority way that it's sorted, and then secondary and tertiary. So, for example, a book might be organized first by parish. So if with this one, here's the 3 parishes right here. That's why I'm on this page. There might be the first chunk of this book might be this parish, second chunk might be this book, third chunk might be this book. Or maybe it does the births, and it does these 3. And then the second, third is the marriages, and these 3. The next one might be the deaths, and these 3 right here. Or it might be 1805 births of this one, 1805 births of this one, 1805 births of this other parish, 1806 birth, 1807. There's a variety of ways that these can be organized. So those are just things to be aware of. And like I said, with the drop downs here, you can navigate right to the pages that you need to, but be aware that the books aren't organized like this we see on the side here, but they're organized more complexly than that. Additionally, if you're navigating through, be aware, as with when looking through other books, that the page numbers might start all over again. So here's page 1, and it goes up, and then it starts back over at page 1 again. So if it says to look at a certain page, make sure that you know which section you're looking at. Here's just another example of these different parishes being organized in various ways. Here's a unique kind of one. This one, it has these three, and they're columns, and they just tick them. So this person was married in this parish, this person was married in this parish, etc. So just be aware of the various ways that they can be organized. Here's another example. Additional note: if you're looking through it more manually, you might need to be aware that the year that it's listed might be listed partway through the page. So it's not always going to be up top. And so if you're just looking up top for the years, you may miss what exactly when it switches to a different year. As I said, when you notice that an individual is an addition to the family, that they were born, they weren't in previous books, then it's a good indication that where they were living was where they were born. So here we have this parish, according up to right here, BERG, or Berg's Church Archive. So it's Parish of Berg. And so we go to our wonderful website here, and if we type in Berg, we come up with a bajillion. Oh, I mean, we do come, that is a lot too. We're just looking for the church archives. Okay, so this isn't a bajillion, but there's several parishes with the same name in different counties. And we'll want to make sure that we get the correct one. And so ideally you would just know which county you're working in. But if by chance, if you forget, here's a way to go about and doing that. So this has an image ID. You pull it from the side, you can copy it. Then if you go back up to here, to this tab right here, and to this ID section where you can image ID, you can paste it in, and it brings up this is the image we were just on, but then also this right here where you can click on it and it brings you to the page that you're looking for. Once you've found the correct parish that you're looking for, then just like with other records, you navigate on the side here to find the correct book. So we're looking for births, and this individual is the one we'll be looking for, Anna Charlotta, born in 1851. So we want to go to the book that covers 1851, which is this one right here, and we can pull up on the side, births, 1851, and then we can go and look to see what day she was born. 1st of January. Here's 1850. This is 1851. This is her right here, born 1st of January when she was baptized, and we can check the parents are the same. Here's the dad. Here's the mom. Here's the dad. Here's the mom. So that's the basic way of how you'll go about finding the birth records for individuals. Let's do one more example. If we wanted to find the birth of this individual right here, Carl Victor, notice the W, same thing. Basically, it's a V. We have him in this record right here, and want to point out a few things. One, this book covers 1850 to 1856. He was born in 1855, but he was not born in this parish right here. He was born in this parish, this is like ditto, in this N-A with the umlauts above it, S. So even though that their birth year is within the range of the book, it doesn't necessarily mean that they were born there. They could have moved as a baby. And the book years cover various year ranges as you go from parish to parish. But it typically does, but not always, as we see here. So we have him right here, and we've traced him backwards, and we're going to go and we're going to find him. Before I go on to demonstrate how to find this individual, if you want to challenge yourself and get some experience, you can pause the video right now and see if you can figure out yourself where this individual is in the birth records. And then you can check if you're correct by coming back to this video and pushing play. If you recall, the first step we do when doing research is we figure out where we stand. So that's what we did. We figured out where we stood, what his name was, when and where he was born, and we had worked backward towards this individual. And then we figure out what we're going to do, what we're going to look for next. We're going to look for his birth record. And so next step is to find the correct book. So come here, and that's the name of the parish. And this is one of those situations where it is, I believe this one is in several counties. Maybe not, I don't remember. But I know it's in this one because I was researching him. And search, this is the parish. So this is bringing us to the archival page for that parish. Looking for births. And specifically, we are looking for births that cover 1855. So that's this right here. And then we can come here. We want the births, and they're not there. Come to this page, we go to the births, and then we find the correct book that he is in. So he was born in 1855, which is going to be in this book right here. And as you notice, if you were to look at just these first ones, 1721, 1770, 1839, 1877, you'd be like, oh, he should be, in this book right here. But this is one of those situations where the books have weird overlapping year ranges. And so this book right here covers these years as well as additional years. So make sure you click on the right book, and then if you don't find them, maybe they're in another book. For example, an individual who was born in 1843. You might need to look in both of these books to find out where the individual is. So this is the one we want, and we navigate to it. So normally we'd go and we'd look at the index, but with this website, we can just come right here, and it'll find the page to start looking in for us, which is really handy. 1855. Okie dokie. And he was born on the 24th of November. So We've got, make sure, look on the top that we're looking in the right place. The correct year, 1855, it starts down here. Births and deaths in this parish. That's what we're looking for. And so we make sure we're in the right column for births. And these are our Januaries and Februaries. So we'll navigate forward. Double check, nothing has changed here. And continue looking. Okie dokie. Let's see here. Is this Carl Victor, 1855, 24 over 11. Carl Victor, 24 over 11, 1855. And so, there we go. We found them.